Testing, testing. Yes. Hello? Hello! Welcome back to a stream in which I show you how to make something as beautiful as the F-16. Plain crazy. So, this F-16 is just, I don't really know. It's a great plane. Would recommend attempting to create. As you can see, folds together really easily. It's super maneuverable. I would recommend getting it. This shader is awful. Here, I'll go with this one. I'd recommend trying to build this. It's not too difficult. It might be a little bit difficult if you are a beginner to this game. There is a... Oops, I'm bad at flying it. But there's a good amount of motor locking, or not motor locking, a good amount... I think there is some motor locking, but there's a lot of compression blocks. So a lot of stuff folds together, as you've seen. But technically, I will be showing you how to make this. This is what the base looks like. Alright, so let's get started. So I'm going to start off with the nose. And it looks like you want to build it 3 blocks off the ground from the start. So 3 blocks up. No, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 blocks. You want to go 4 blocks up and start. So come over here. From the start, these are going to be temporary. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then at the top, you'll do that. And then go ahead, come on out. And now you're going to want to get a pyramid wedge. I'm not very familiar with this new setup, so it might be a little bit of work. You want to get then a pyramid wedge. And put it like that. So then, oops, it's alright. Then you want to have half wedge, pretty sure downs, half wedge downs, maybe half wedges up. But you want to have a half wedge down. And you want to put them around it like this. Like you're being seen right now. And now you can delete these temporary blocks. They're not needed. Half wedge downs around the thing like this. Oh, and I forgot they've added these. So that's definitely a way to elevate your build. If you feel like adding those, you can. I'm not going to add them because, you know, I built this before that. But yeah, if you feel like doing that, you can. So now that you've built that, you can go ahead and delete the block in the middle right there to leave you the 2 blocks in the middle, I think, are gone. Maybe not. Let's see. You can keep those 2 blocks right there. You can keep the 2 blocks in the middle. Okay. And now after you do that, you're going to need half blocks. These are when you get half blocks, and you're going to want to do half block. So get half blocks, and then you'll do the sides. Give 2, 2, 2. And you don't do the top. Don't do the top. And then you want to get the quarter wedge. And you'll go ahead and do this. Give you that rounded shape. As I was saying, if you do want to elevate that corner right there, you can do that. But I'm not going to do that. You're going to want to get propellers then. These are for the turning mechanisms. The rudder, which I tried to make. It didn't turn out well. But you get those, and then you can go ahead and copy these stats from this propeller here. Right and left, which are the arrow keys. Oops. It's okay, it's okay. And then do the same thing, but you just flip-flop it on the other one. So, same thing. So go ahead over here. But instead go left, right. There we go. And now that should be doing it. After you got that down, we're gonna get go 3 more half blocks back. So down on the bottom, you're gonna go 3 more half blocks back. So 1, 2, 3, and then up top, it appears you're gonna be placing actual blocks. on both sides with half wedge downs. Or half wedge ups, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're half wedge downs. Yeah, half wedge downs on it like this. There you go. And now that you've got that shape down, you could go back from that. You could go, these are, you're going to go 2 normal blocks back. So I can show you what that looks like. So that means grab 2 normal blocks and go 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we're starting to get near the cockpit of the plane, and you're going to want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 half blocks back. So go 4 half blocks back from there. And then don't forget, we'll do another thing. So now grab half blocks and put them like this, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do a beam if you want to, but I'm not going to do a beam. And then you're going to want to get a normal wedge. So go to the normal wedges, and you're going to get a normal wedge, and you're going to place it like this. Little different. And then you're going to want to get 2 normal blocks and place them like this and this. Then I can go ahead and dig in here a little bit more and figure it out. So, go down. What the heck? Okay, so let's just get rid of that and that. So between the wedges, you go back 2 and then down 1, 2. Okay. So then once you get there, you can go 2 right there, and then you're going to want to start using half blocks near the middle of that. And you're going to go with 2 half blocks, it looks like. And then after those 2 half blocks, you go 1, 2, and then 4 normal blocks. So 2 half blocks and then 4 normal blocks. That's what it looks like. So 1, 2, and then go get your 4 normal blocks like that. So there's your plane so far. We're not going to start coloring it yet. And then now we can get a little bit more into this actually. Okay. And then you want to get a half wedge up. And you want to put a half wedge up like that. That will change it a little bit. Then you're going to want to go with a wedge 1x2. Followed by a wedge and then a half wedge. So wedge 1x2. Normal wedge 1x2. You're going to place it like that. And then, wait. That doesn't look right. Wait. Oh yeah, I didn't do that right. Okay. So delete all of that, and then you want to go back to the half blocks. So I knew I didn't do something right. You go 1, 2, and then now you could do the 4. Like that. Okay, now this should look alright. And you can go back 1x2. Grab a normal wedge, put it upside down like that, and then go back to the half wedges. And you're going to go as a half wedge down, like that. So there's the start of your plane, looking pretty nice, I know. And then you're going to go block, it looks like. This is really hard to get into the camera angles, I'm sorry. I have never done a tutorial, so if this isn't good, I'm sorry about that. Block, and then half wedge, 2. Okay. And then you want to grab a half wedge, just a normal half wedge down. Place it like that. And then from there, you can go ahead and grab a normal block and put that there. And then it looks like a half wedge down, like this. Yeah, so that's what it should look like now. That's what you should be getting. Once you're there, we could start going under. So, directly below, so go down get a quarter wedge. Place it like that. So we still got some work to do down here. So now you can go grab your half wedge down and you can just start going across like this. And for that, I think you just want to do that all the way down across, actually. So like that. So that's what it should start looking like. And then grab your quarter wedge and then place it like that. And then it looked like I grabbed this. And then I put it like that. And this is all for the landing gear to fit in perfectly. Yes, that's correct. And then back from that you go another just 2 half blocks. And we haven't done much motor locking yet, so it won't look the greatest right now, but it will start to look good. Trust the process. So there's that. Let's keep on going. And actually, I think we've gotten pretty far. Okay. Now, at this current point, this is about the farthest you'll get without motor locking. Or, I mean, compression blocks. So past this point, we're going to be doing some compression blocks. It's going to start to look a little weird. But you gotta trust the process. Gotta trust it. And it's also gonna get really hard to start finding things in here. So, yeah, just keep trusting the process. So now you're gonna grab some cylinders. You're gonna use a cylinder. I think that's like a quarter cylinder. I'll find it. A cylinder, and then a block in the middle. So what you can actually do is you can start off with a block right there. And then go to the cylinder section. Split cylinder, I'm pretty sure what it is. And then, this is weird. Yeah, it's something. It's a split cylinder, I'm pretty sure. It's like a quarter of a cylinder, though. It's so weird. It's not a pontoon, is it? No. Oh, here it is. Round wedge out. That's what it is. Look for this. Round wedges out. And then put it like that on each side. Now, half block, I think. 2 half blocks back. 3 half wedges down. Okay. Now go ahead and grab your 2 half blocks. Like that. 2 half blocks back. And then grab your half wedge down. And then go 3. There you go. I should give you that. Also, if you're a little behind, you could pause. Or if you're ahead, you could fast forward. Or no, you can't. It's a stream. Oh well. So then you're going to need some compression blocks. Because this is where we're going to stop. This is the farthest we can get. And then after that point, we'll just keep going. Actually, how does everything connect together? That's a valid question. Oh, by that one camera, I think. Yeah, that one camera holds everything together. Okay, so then you're going to want to get compression blocks. And you're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So go grab your compression blocks. And then starting from here, you're going to go like this, 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 and that. There you go. That's what your compression blocks should look like. I'm gonna go in and actually grab the settings of those real quick. Yeah. So grab those, use these settings right here for all of them, I think. Transparent, yes. So use those settings for all. I will go through every set of compression blocks. We'll have different settings, but we're just gonna go for that. Alright. So there's those settings. Everything should be going together well. Oh, and yeah, so if you're doing your work or whatever, Don't forget, put your pilot seat in right here. So your main pilot seat goes right. Oops. Not like that. Don't do that. Okay. But it goes like this. So now that we're actually pretty far, I'm gonna start painting things. Because it's getting a little confusing probably to see soon. So what you're gonna want to do, material. I'm gonna go to material, and you're gonna want to get glass. And that will be used for the windshield. Like that. As well as for this and this. So that's all the glass you need for now. And then the rest of that should be fine. Just make those glass, and then you'll be good. So let's go back to defaults. There you go. Now we can keep going. We're going to go and start the splits on the sides a little bit. So from that one, you go boom, 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 boom. Oh, okay, so now it's going to start getting a little weird. And we're going to have this happen now. Or actually, no, we should build this first. Okay, so go up, connect. That's a singular block, right? Yeah, let me get my jetpack. Figure out what's going on. Okay. You connect it with a single block, and you go back. So, it should be a single block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 back. It's a little confusing here. I'm getting a little lost. 1, 2, 3, 4 back. And then you're going to want to do 4 wedges. Like that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you'll start to understand what's happening. And then you're going to have a wedge. I think that's a 6. 6. And you'll go 2 back from that. Now grab a wedge 1 by 6. And make sure it's 2 blocks back from the very back of that. And then place it. So it should look like that. Then we need a half wedge. You're going to do 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 half wedges. So you need the half wedge from the half wedge section, and you're going to need 9 of those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 half wedges. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. There you go. So now we need quarter wedges. 3 of those. So now go to the half wedge section. Grab quarter wedges, and you're going to do 1, 2, 3 on each side. So there's 3 quarter wedges. From there is where we're going to have a little bit more motor locking. But we're first going to start off with that. You're going to go with that, that. Perfect. So half wedge down, let's go with that. And now you're going to want to flip it, orientate it like this, and you're going to do that. So that should be what it looks like. So do that, and then do that. There should be 1 block sticking out at the end. 1 full half wedge right there. There you go. Now you're going to need 1 more motor. Compression block. You're going to need those control. Yeah. You want those. Settings. You're going to grab the compression block. You only need 1, so you can just add the settings in later. And you want to place it like this. That. Then you need cameras. This is the first few cameras you're going to be placing. And you're going to want to place 2. 2 cameras only. So 1, 2. And this is where the hatch is going to be. So then you're going to want a trap door, which I'm pretty sure is in this section. And then you want to place it like that. And then I got to figure out how I orientated that. Yes, like that. Place it like how I just did. Then you're going to want to go ahead. Okay, is that in? Is that out? Yeah, that's correct. Okay. And then you're going to need plates. And you're going to get a half plate. And you're going to connect a half plate like this to it. Connect it to the sides. There you go. And now your hatch is done. Now, if you're also trying to figure out the settings of that hatch, go ahead. These are the settings. Go ahead and copy them. shift lock. It's getting annoying. Go ahead and copy those settings over like that. That's what they should look like. There you go. So you're getting pretty far into this tutorial. It's not going to be split into parts because it's not going to take too much longer. As you can see, we're already pretty far. Now off the front, I don't even know what type of blocks those are. Oh, I know what they are. Okay. And now off the front, you're going to want to go ahead and get wedges. Wedge. Where's the wedges? Where are the wedges? Over here. I'm so silly. Okay, and then triangle wedge, I'm pretty sure. And you want a triangle wedge like that, and you're going to want to put it like... Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, we got a little bit more to go. So then you're going to want to get one half block, a beam. So now you're going to get your half blocks out. So wherever they are, half blocks. Then you'll do one half block over there, one half block on this side, and then get your half beam. And then you're going to do a half beam, like 2 of those right there. There you go. There's your half beams. And the reason we did most of this is this gives you just the look of a plane, so you'll start to see soon. I guess you want to go ahead back to the wedges, which is where we were. Grab that, and then orientate it like that. It's a little silly. You might think it's weird, but it will make your plane look nice. Alright, so add those. Nope, I'm stuck. It's really confusing. You get lost in here a little bit. After you're done with that, we're actually pretty far to where I think we should start testing. Because next thing you know, we're going to be adding the sides of this. So now you can start your test. You're going to click this play button, and then go ahead and just click R. Or it should be R. There you go. And then it should all fold together like this. It will eventually look like that. But since pieces are missing, it won't fully look like that. But it will eventually look like that. Because pieces are missing. So yes, it should fold together like that. I could start adding some of these blocks back. I'm deleting so much stuff. Okay. And then a half block. So yeah, you don't have to add these. I just adding them back. There you go. Okay. So now everything should fold together correctly. So it's gonna wait for that one to fold together first. And then ours will fold together. So yes, it'll eventually look like that. That's what we want. So once you get that coloring, let's go back, go to the painting tool, and go ahead and get glass again. And you're going to want to paint the door glass, half panels, or the half plates glass, and you want these to be glass, as well as this, and this. Once it's all glass, it'll fold together and look really nice. So that's all you need so far. So if it's looking like it should be, you're in a good area. Yeah, it should look good. I'm pretty sure. Here. Z. Yeah, it should start looking pretty nice soon. So get ready. Oops. Wait. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it should start looking good soon. So now we're gonna do some more folding. This is some more yeah, compression blocks. So you're gonna wanna, this is gonna give you the shapes on the sides to make it look cleaner back here, rather than having blocks looking out of nowhere. And then that will also branch out to creating the nose, which will make the nose look nicer. So we're actually gonna work on the nose first. So you're gonna wanna go with the compression blocks. They're a little different on each side, so 1, 2, 1, 2. And Dan 1, 2. Okay. So go ahead, find the compression blocks. I don't play this enough, but I'm making a tutorial because I thought it looked really cool. It would be cool to see other people build it. There you go. Oh wait, maybe I should have... Don't delete them, don't delete them. I'm just gonna change the settings. I think all of them have the same settings. Yes, okay. So go in and you can change the settings if you want to. So, because there's a good amount of them, so I don't want to just have to go through and do all that. Okay. And then this is temporary, you could delete that. Same with, this is not temporary right there, I don't think. Yeah, that's not temporary. Then you'll do the same thing again. And then, yeah, okay. So, you can go ahead and delete that, that's temporary. And then do that. And then, I think we do that one more time. So this is yet again another temporary, so you can delete that whenever you feel like it. Don't keep it there, because it is not supposed to be there. There you go. There's more folding. So then you're going to want to grab some cylinders, and the cylinders go like that. So this is when you want to use the actual cylinders. And you want to connect it in like that. That. There you go. Now on top of that first cylinder, you're going to add 2 half blocks. Yeah, so then when you get to that first cylinder, you're going to add 2 half blocks. Oh wait, no, that's not the first one. Don't do that one, not that one. The first one. Half blocks, and then a quarter wedge. There you go. Now, below the quarter wedge, you're going to want to add 1 camera. And then you're going to need signs, which are essentially invisible blocks. So right there, you're going to add a camera, and then you're going to need signs. So this is where it gets a little weird. So you're going to add a sign like that, and then a sign above that like this. And that should give you a good area to add another sign below it. So you're going to add another sign below it. So another sign like that. As I said, it's a little weird. And then you need to add a camera, 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 camera. So then, once you figure out where all this stuff is, you go camera, 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 camera. And then it'll lead you to a angle snap, or an angle lock, whatever you call it. And then you want it to be placed like that. And then I'll go ahead and copy the settings, because the settings are pretty important for the angle lock. And then you're just going to want to place 3, it looks like normal blocks, 1, 2, 3, and then, yeah. So just 3 normal blocks, and then half wedge downs. Like that. And then we'll add the text, which is an arrow, and you can go find your own decals. Maybe we won't add the decals, which are like the USA sign. You can go find your own. You can put them wherever you feel like it. You can put them and do whatever with them. But yeah, I'm not going to add that. So now, you'll see, there won't be an open gap in the middle of it. Go ahead and load in, and then press, ooh, wait, okay, so, another thing is, you got to test it with that angle lock. So you notice how that one was going up? You want it to go down. So it should be -8 now, so -8. So, if yours is going down, perfect. If yours angle lock is facing upward, it's not great. So now it should be facing down at an 8-degree angle. Press R, and that will start folding the whole thing together, like that. There you go. Folding. I'm positive that worked, because... No, I don't think that worked. Okay. Let's see what we did wrong. That's really weird. Can we figure that out? Okay. Oh, wait. One. Oh, I see the issue. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So, why does it take me so long to register? You're gonna need to delete all the signs you placed, everything you just did, and you're gonna want to place it with the 3 thrust sign. This one's where it gets a little weird, because you gotta get it to connect right. So, I'd place a sign like that to get it to connect. I'd place 2 placeholder signs, so you could get it to connect like that. Then, you could place a sign like that if you want to, and then scoot until you're 2 blocks away from the camera. Or, no. Yeah, 1 block away from the camera. I'm pretty sure. Am I right? Am I right? Let's check. Yeah. 1 block away from the camera. And then you want to place a 2 by camera. And then you want to get a text 1x2 camera. And you want to place it right there. So then you can get your cameras and do the whole thing that we messed up on. Or I messed up on, not you guys. Angle lock. Go ahead and get that. Place that again. Put the degree angle. 1, 2, 3. Left wedge down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's the importance of testing. You realize the mistakes you've made. Make sure it's facing down yet again, and then now it should fold in correctly. Read your nose. So you know that's angled down. There you go. There's the nose. So we'll keep on going. Now that we've got that nose down, we can add the guns. Now, if you don't want yours to be a PvP plane, you don't have to do that, but I'm going to add the guns. PvP, you know. That's for fun. So then, keep moving. And then at the next cylinder, that's different. Camera, and then compression. So at this next cylinder, add a camera, and then another thing, compression. I'm kind of questioning myself here when I was assigning this. And then that's, I'm pretty sure, a triangle 3 wedge. So then you want to go to your wedges, just your normal wedges. Triangle wedge 3. And then I would add 1 placeholder there, so you can just get this one up there, like that. And there's your wedge. So now you got that on the same block. Here, wait, I'm going to figure out what the settings are on that compression block. Yeah. And now the next block, or the same block, or not same block, you got to go down, pull back. See, some of these you're going to do beforehand, too, before you fold. So each of these compression blocks are different. This one is that. So then you'll go down with 1 compression block. So just grab compression blocks. And then just keep working with me here. So down, and then you have a compression block like that. And then the first compression block is going to have those settings right there. The second one is going to have these settings right here. So it's going to be powered, transparent. It's going to have that, but it's going to be on G instead of being on R, which is different. And then off of that, you're going to go 1, then side, and then straight. See, it's a little confusing. 1 side, straight. There you go. Now, that's it. Okay. Oh, okay. Trapdoors. Kind of like that. There you go. And then 2 cameras. There you go. Get the setting of those trapdoors. And then I think I'm gonna have to leave, and I'll be back in a sec. So, there might be a part 2 stream, or you're gonna have to be waiting a little bit. But yeah, I'll be back. All right. Hello, I'm back. Well, that will be the end of this tutorial. Because, it's been a very long stream. But it won't be too long, I'm gonna edit. Alright, well, that's the end of this tutorial. See you guys later. Goodbye.